let's begin. Hello Ladada lovelies and welcome back to my channel. As you can see today I'm doing a wave with one hand because I have a nice steaming hot cup of hot chocolate in my hand. Very kindly made for me by Braden. Basically my idea for this is that you guys just go get comfy, grab a cuppa, chill out and just sit and hang out for a while. You can hit me up in the comments and have a say about anything that I chat about, or you can just, you know, chill and listen to me chat for a while. That's entirely up to you. I guess I'll start with my week. It's currently Sunday right now, so we are nearing the end of the weekend. It is about 4:30. I don't really imagine that next week will be a fun one because on Thursday I have to take my car into the shop because it's got some damage to it at the moment. If any of you watched my making pizza video, then you would know that I had a little bit of a car accident. Anyway, if you want to hear that story, just go watch my pizza video. I can't be bothered getting back into it. The main issue for me, I guess, isn't really having to get the car fixed. It's the inconvenience that that causes. Braden's going to be picking me up from work because luckily he finishes at 4 when I finish at 5, but it is going to be a bit of travelling for him, which is unfortunate. Also, something that has been taking a lot of my focus lately is planning for Braden's 30th birthday because he turns 30 on the 11th of July and we're having a party for him on the 10th. So lots of planning has been going into that. I think I will be posting a vlog of that evening when it comes up, so do keep an eye out for that in the future. Don't mind the fact that this video is probably going to be a bit all over the place. I don't really intend on going in any kind of format. I'm just gonna like chat about whatever feels right at the time. I've been to the movies quite a bit lately. I've seen A Quiet Place and The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. I definitely enjoyed A Quiet Place a lot more. If any of you guys have seen these movies, please do let me know in the comments what you thought, but I found A Quiet Place really good. It stood by itself as like a movie alone, and not including the first one really well. So even if you haven't seen the first one, I actually would recommend going to see it. It was really good. And I'd say it was like the right level of horror as well. Like it was more thriller and like the scares were good but didn't make me feel like I wanted to die. The Conjuring, however, was a completely different story. I had a really great night though. I went out with my 2 girls and we had dinner and then we went and got dessert and then we went to a movie and like went a little photo booth, and it was, yeah, it was a really good night. But I kind of found that when it came to actually watching the movie, I think I've decided I don't want to watch the Conjuring universe anymore. It wasn't even that it was like worse than the other ones or scarier than the other ones, but I found that the way I was reacting, I all of a sudden just kind of had this like epiphany almost, that I was like, why am I doing this to myself? I feel awful. Like after I felt drained, the first like scare in it, I literally like convulsed, like I shook. And then from there on, I always take a blanket with me to the cinema in my handbag. So from there on, I was pretty much covering my face whenever I knew anything was coming. I was like, I just can't do this today. I don't know if it was just the day or something, if I was feeling like particularly anxious or something like that, who knows, but I don't think I want to watch those movies anymore, at least not the cinema. So if you feel like seeing a horror movie in the cinemas, I definitely recommend A Quiet Place over The Conjuring, but I guess it kind of depends on what you can handle as well. That probably makes me sound like I'm always going to the movies to watch horror movies though, but that being said, the last movie that I watched before those two I think was Raya and the Last Dragon. I think that was the last time I went to the movies and I loved that. I thought it was really good. It's on Disney Plus now, which is really exciting, so I'm super pumped to give it another watch. I think it'll be really cool. Maybe at some stage I'd like to do maybe some kind of makeup look inspired by Shizu? I can't remember the dragon's name right now, but she's got a really beautiful colour to her. I reckon it'd be nice to make like a kind of ombre of her colours on an eyeshadow. I don't know. If you guys want to see that, let me know. If you ever have any video suggestions for me, that's always good. Because sometimes it does get a little bit hard. Like, I've been going on YouTube since mid-February now, and honestly it's gone so fast and it's not always easy either, as I'm sure many of you who are creators will know. You kind of feel like you're in a bit of a rut sometimes, and especially if some videos that you put a lot of passion and thought into aren't necessarily doing well, I guess that can kind of get you down a bit as well. But what are you gonna do, right? You can't let it destroy what you're doing. Like, I enjoy making YouTube videos, I enjoy chatting to you guys, I enjoy chatting to a camera. It's been amazing having this like huge concrete thing for me that kind of involves my passions. I've always loved media and editing, and I'm so glad I did this. Like, of course it's hard to keep up sometimes, and sometimes you're like, why am I even doing this? No one cares about what I'm posting, but it's like, whether or not people do care. Yes, it is nice if they do, and if you're making people happy with what you're putting out there, but at the end of the day, it's making me happy to have a creative outlet, so that's enough for me. I reckon I'm probably about just over half of the way through this hot chocolate. I feel like with my cozy chats, I'm probably just gonna make my way through a cuppa, and then by the time I get to the bottom of it, that'll be the end of the video. I did think that I'd kind of just, you know, get my diffuser going and a couple of candles just to give that real cozy vibe. I legit just went to the cinema and got back, so I wore my beanie to the cinema so that I was nice and cozy, and I was like, you know what, I'll just leave it on for cozy chats because kind of suits the aesthetic, don't you think? I've currently got a rosemary scent in my diffuser, but it honestly smells like eucalyptus, which is kind of weird and disappointing because I was hoping that it would smell like roast veggies, but oh well, you can't win them all, I guess. I literally only just realized that Dudley's been like laying down, sitting beside me looking super sad the whole time. So let's just like sit him up. I should probably tell you guys some random bits and bobs about me because I don't really actually, I guess, talk about myself as a person that much in my videos. So I'll just ramble up a couple of things. I talk about all the time that I have a full-time job, but I don't think I've actually ever said what I do. I work for a conveyancing company or a settlement agent. It's pretty much the same thing. And if you guys don't know what that is, which is fair because I didn't before I started working there. Basically, we just handle the end process of the sale of a house. So the exchange of the keys for the money, pretty much. And make sure that the name on the title of the house changes from one party to another. I don't do the real nitty-gritty stuff of it because I have only been there since September last year. But yeah, I do a lot of admin stuff, a lot of document prep, and answering phone calls, which, you know, isn't always my favorite thing to do because you do get some really shitty people on the phone sometimes. Things that I freaking love. I freaking love Disney. You guys probably picked up on that already. I love Friends. Phone case. Friends is my ultimate favourite TV show. I will forever love Friends. I also really love The Walking Dead. Obviously, with the later seasons, it isn't quite as like intense and awesome as it used to be. I'd say season 3 is probably the prime, but I freaking love that show. If anyone has heard of the Life Uncut podcast, it's hosted by two girls that were both contestants on different seasons of The Bachelor in Australia. And basically, they just discuss different topics, pretty much mostly I'd say relevant to women and society and stuff. So like whether it's like gaslighting in relationships, or like one of them has discussed her experience with miscarriages before. They've discussed a relationship with a sociopath. They answer questions for listeners every week. Pretty much it's just like you're sitting in the car having a chat with your girlfriends. Yeah, Life Uncut is my ultimate favorite podcast. What else do I need to tell you guys? I deal with anxiety. I take medication for it. I say that confidently because so what, like mental health is so important to like be open about and okay with. Like there was a long time where I wasn't okay with it. There was a long time where I was really stubborn about not being on medication, but then when I was in my last year of high school, I was struggling so much with the stress of exams, and like I went to boarding school as well and I was struggling with that. So eventually it was like, why am I kind of resisting this anymore? The like chemicals in my body were imbalanced for so long. So yeah, I'm still on that medication now. Basically it just helps with serotonin imbalance. I talk about it openly now. If you guys have any questions about it, I'm completely more than happy to answer them. I have no shame about it. It's like, if you have a problem with it, then I don't need you in my life, to be honest, because it's not going away. It's part of who I am, and take me or leave me. I don't really care. Honestly, I'm not really sure how to wrap this up, considering there's definitely no kind of chronological order to this. It's a bit all over the place. But pretty much if anything in this video resonates with you guys, I'd love to have a chat about it. Like, have you seen The Conjuring or A Quiet Place 2? Let me know your thoughts on it. Do you deal with anxiety? Do you love Friends or Disney or The Walking Dead or Life Uncut podcast? Whatever it is, whether it's happy, it's sad, it's awesome, it's shit, you're having car troubles, I don't know. If you're related to anything in this video, like hit me up in the Instagram DMs. That's my Instagram handle. I am always up for a chat. I'm always up for meeting new people. Like, who doesn't like having more friends? It's great. Another awesome perk of being on YouTube, pretty much. Anyway, this is going to be my last mouthful of my hot chocolate, so you guys better be finishing off your hot drinks too. So as usual, you guys know the drill. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a massive thumbs up, and of course, as I've said multiple times in this video, come have a chat with me in the comments down below. To join our lovely Ladada family, you can hit that subscribe button and of course ding the notification bell to be told when I bring out a new video. So each and every one of you go and have an absolutely beautiful, marvelous, spectacular, wonderful, epic day, and I will see you next time. Ladada, love ya!